Would you believe we have students who've already purchased their guild and have a boatload of gold? And would you believe there are students who have not purchased their guild, have no gold, and have lots of damage? Yeah. So this is an indication of who's doing their work and who's not. And then there are a lot of kids right in the middle. So the new super modifier that goes into effect to claim the honor super modifier, you have to have purchased your guild. I'm going to say this again because I want you to understand it. If you don't have a guild and you buy 5 honor, you're going to get damage. Okay, that's how this is going to work. And I'm going to apply that damage manually. Don't buy honor if you don't have a guild. Understand? Now, if you have damage, bad things happen. Now let's look at those bad things. You should recognize the DPE. These numbers have not changed from the beginning, and we have the reciprocal numbers for, add these up, and that's the penalty for "Are you kidding me?" or Gateway failed. They're both the same plus 2 damage. So you would get all this for going through this quest, but if you didn't do your work, you would lose all this plus earn 2 damage. This just got a little more complicated. Let me show you. So I have no damage and no honor. I'm going to manually, you don't have this. You get this little add here, but it doesn't work. I'm going to manually add 2 damage for a test. Okay, I'll add that. Now, if your bar is green, that's good. If your bar is yellow, orange, red, or the same color as this background, that's bad. Now, look at these numbers: 5, 34, 89, 144. I'm going to refresh this page. 4, 30, 80, 129. The rewards just decreased by 10%. And they round down. Get it? That's the first part of the bad news. Here's the second part of the bad news. If you don't do your work and you have to claim, "Are you kidding me?" you didn't do your documentation. Now remember those original numbers? 5, 34, 89, 144. They add up to 273, I believe. 272, something like that. 273. So the penalty just went up, not down. And you notice it affects gold as well. Plus it dumps 2 damage on you. Now, I have not implemented this system-wide because if I did, and I will, these same mechanics will apply to things like the early bird. Right now, the early bird's still worth 15. If I apply the super modifier to the early bird and you have damage, you get less. On the first day of week 13, I think that's when it is, after our Saturday school, I'm going to apply the super modifier to everything. Everything is going to cost more if you have damage. So I'm going to give you, between now and the first Monday after that Saturday school, to take care of business. Now, conversely, if you have a guild and you have 5 honor, in addition to having a guild and no damage, this bar turns blue and things cost 10% less or earn 10% more. So the early bird, if we did this, 10% is 1.5. So you'd round up. That would be 2. So you'd get 17 gold here. Get it? And for the bell to bell, it's worth 45. So 10% more, 4.5, that's 5. You would get 50 gold. Now I think you can see how this would begin to add up. But if you have a guild, once you buy your guild and you accumulate another 2,000 gold, you have a choice. Do you want to earn the 10% modifier, or do you want creative freedom for a week? Now remember, the only way you can buy creative freedom, and this means you work on anything. You can trace that car, LeBron James, or we're not going to have anything inappropriate, nothing that's not school appropriate, but you can work on that stuff that I don't want you to work on. For a week, a Monday through Friday. Did I put that in here? I will adjust that because I want it to be a Monday through Friday so there's no confusion. You got it? So, just a reminder, the super modifier is going to affect your quests. There's nothing I can do about that. You're going to earn less from quests. But store items, your early bird, bell to bell, 411 for the win, are not affected. So you can earn that loot. I would work hard. If I had damage and no gold, the only way out is to work hard. And do my documentation, because the downside of not doing the documentation when you have damage is not something you want to contemplate. All right, we're going to have some new quests here. We got a sign to make. We got a winter concert formal. We got other stuff that's going to be dropping in. The sign is for a local commercial firm, and the information will be here. Fairly straightforward. You need to know your typography, and want you guys to know that the winning design will be executed, will be put up in front of a store here in El Cajon. Cool, huh?